story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
In entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. It's going to be day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slik Television, channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slik Television. Every second at the society they make headline and they issue them kintinap now we aid even for clear them kintkanga.
In Sierra Leone, a new drug is turning young people into zombies.
So important for broke down the issue today for let the public understand.
Now that's make we bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interviews on the big issues.
Sierra Leone authorities said Monday that 20 people were killed and nearly 2,000 prisoners escaped during Sunday's attack on the capital.
To sport.
What a fairy tale story here. There they are, the champions of Africa.
In entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. It's going to be day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slik Television, channel 37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slik Television. The way how things they go in the country in terms of how people they go into drug and substance abuse, now they make some people check and then know how to reflect about life, especially the country we find ourselves alone, especially with the actions where authorities actually they take right now. So it will reach a point where some people they refer to the situation as a pandemic or a disaster. Kush, drug and other substance abuse, don't they turn to something else? The actions we government they take or the authorities, already they raise some questions and with the available resources. They arrest them where they happen, they raids in the community, and the inflow of the very substance them, through especially the border, they raise a whole lot of alarm, freshly. Hello, my name is Patrick Salia. The issue around Kush, drug generally and substance abuse, especially the proliferation of our society, a big cause for concern and alarm for we, and constantly we continue this engagement by speaking to the people who matter, yeah, from the one way they at the ground where they leave the story, and then the response mechanisms. My name is Patrick Salia, here on Slik Television. Here today we quote for today, they tell you say, the drugs may cross borders in silence. That means the drug then go they cross, then go they keep quiet, they need to talk. Then go they pass inside motorcar and so and other parcels, they need to talk. But they raid them at the community them, and then suppose for the ring loud bell, sincere raid. Let me underline that. And then suppose for the echo loudly in our community them. And then they suppose for bring some fear, if at all we not do the right things. If we not do the right things, they bring fear, mistrust, and they broke the livelihoods and lives of people, where they cause some serious collateral damage, where something that some people refer to already as war. So that war day right now, people are wage against Kush, drug and substance abuse in our society. But how far this can go, especially the response mechanism, and we can explore. With the drugs already proliferating into the country, through the borders, arrests being made at the crossing points, but now raids being mounted at community level. So where they go? After the break, find out. Every second at the society they make headline and they issue them kintinap now we aid even for clear them kintkanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar because of course they believe in me.
So
So it's important for break down the issue today, for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1, with cultural values. 2, with spiritual values. And 3, with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on the internet, nothing AI they give you.
Now that's make we they bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues there.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Okay. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determining the system of government who I want, for determining electoral laws, so, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. So we day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This waka fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest free talk.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Slik Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Come a long way in the fight against drug. Salone, for some time now, we don't get this bad classification by other countries. Say we are a drug nation. Remember around 2006, thereabout, 2006, 7, 8. In fact, let me lead to the enactment of the National Drug Law Enforcement Act, where I think it was in 2008 where government passed them as a result of that situation there and circumstance. So it go quiet, and then sharply later, not too long later, we don't see a sharp rise in the intake, consumption, proliferation, abuse, misuse of drugs. What side did they come out? How did they enter? What did they make them? What did they sell them? Where people did they take them? Quite recently, in fact, arrests were made. See this on screen, for example. These are the latest arrests way up on a Bow checkpoint from reports we gathered. And then you see some other arrests being made quite recently as well of a lady in one checkpoint, na Gendema, the Salon Guinea border checkpoint, where they arrest them with parcels of cocaine. With parcels of cocaine. A good number of it. Gendema, Salon Liberia border crossing point. And another one where one mommy dressed like Haja. We see and you afraid to say these are them pious people them. Then go read. Well, police get tip off. You see this woman where they arrest with the cocaine. See where all the cocaine are. Look this way where they arrest today. At one of the checkpoints them. And then one Haja mommy where we see me go afraid say, oh, this. And then the way na God now they sleep and wake. So now then they sell allegedly the drug to people, young men in particular in our communities. And quite recently, we see the raid, 3 days raid where the state authorities be mount. See the man in front, Andrew Kaikai, the executive director of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. You see, he been lead a team of security apparatus of the state that may raid some communities and alongside doing some sensitizations where for help people understand the dangers of this where we into so. But like I asked just now, who said them drug they come out? Who do they sell them? Or who do they make them? Who do they transport them? How? What you for do? And the one that we don't begin take them already. What is their story? What is their story? Now, government get a message. In this video, where Rabiatu Mansai prepare for we, young man them we don't they into Kush particularly, but don't they into some other drug and substance abuse previously, and get a message for authorities of the state in this video.
Now, drug we very sweet. Ablansi drug go sweet, but this in kind hard for see. they make and GGGG no. I see buy them, you don't make her. I see make her, you don't feel the sweetness of it.
Now jamba for somebody smoke. Somebody smoke jamba now. Somebody smoke Thai first. Now don't come for this coach game. And the Thai one with the smoker, I normally give you all that infection they have soon. So because the big one them they talk say the small one in the diapers, the big one them. As soon as this game open now, it should clearly say yes. So man no go control himself. So the big one then talk and so the small one in the diapers, the big one and no go control. So man the lowest on the game. Somebody take and maintain it clean, it is that. Someone like recently in camp at the game, but they make it that way now. So I make the infection of that plenty. The sugar, couldn't want control. Man not keep worse. Somebody take that lager business. And they do not see any work, any holding up a Bolando other thing. So the sugar business, and they cause that because man don't really protect them.
If you know they see, they buy. No way, no they. If you not see, I know they buy. Now where you see, and I they go buy. Can you imagine? Then they say, cushion de na. Boy, they funky. Man, they pay transport for me to funky.
But it's like it's a syndrome we don't do in man. And for them they come up, you pass and go for flush you, pass you go for go na camp. And all them things, and if you not go that they sponsor you, I'm afraid you not go get all them privilege and they. Pass you go that they sponsor you for let get them privilege and they. But this kush business is a real epidemic, a serious epidemic, you know, because so long as you don't go in the game, you know the easy number for let you just left and that way they so. The government for intervene. Why government intervene? Because we all Sierra Leonean. Despite anyhow, if there is a 1 plus, then a plus for the government. If there is a 1 minus, then 1 minus for the government. So government gets a serious better role for play in a sense. Agency then they we the healthcare agency all there around the world. Inter projects scout them people and they make them come inside this country. When I make a survey, if not like let me say right around the country, if not like 50 to 100,000, we don't know say that these people get involved. 100,000, 50,000, we cater for them. We cater for these people. We don't say they go to camp for 1, 2, 3 months. After the camp, you go there at the camp from there now, they learn new skills. So from that camp day now, you know the guy again at the cartel.
I don't witness several people and we don't die. Even my own friend, we me ain't be the move. We don't die close to me and she don't so in die. Actually, when in death, being go through pain because of them. All on the last them beaten, they even stab an hand. So that pain they be there with them, we in die. Not so for say it's like now the drug, maybe I ain't kill them. In death. Be happy, then we get for connect the city council them for let them go intervene and find where we go get in burial. But city council then can come, but they not can come early. The body then kill they don't say for some days. Yes, then the time where they can't intervene now, thing don't go worst. We then don't see thing go worst, and the big people themselves working in that area. We then don't see say the body don't day for 2-3 days. Belly don't begin swell. Fly don't begin take over the one whole area, then self go intervene, call police can do some 2-3 video then they give wire for can't take the body and go with it.
We got plenty of them, we don't die, we got brother and sister them. We don't share one family, one love, one heart. Knowing mama and parents, even know me mama my own parents and true. Some of them roughly Go Cartel, Popcorn, FA, Khalifa, AKK, Papani, ABTs. That's when I get sick. Like number 1 FA, because we get sick, we have HIV, with cold, never get.
You want to the diaper the kush? As you see, no, you really don't say this na kush. Because you see sweat. You go see get so food, you go see malnourished, you go see no get better health. And one funny thing, for the person doing this year, he really survive when no get other they help out, you know really easy to tell anybody for free.
Because sugar will receive so still now what can guys who go and sister them because they see
Company die slowly. Some get sore. Some get bad injury. Some they take years in it was. One get close, one get trusses. So this sugar where they take is maintaining. When I will start the game, when I will begin the game, don't dip at the game, Titi will dip at the game. Don't smoke and Titi will smoke. The way she always maintain and clean.
Body stay hard for stop. And when you take drugs, you have to be strong. You have to know what to make it take and for. You might take and for stress, can't kill lawless, nothing other for do. Some of the big one the way they see so they are house, the young picking excessive don't involve parties here. Some big man excessive don't grab them and they place because of this thing also. So I believe say the big one they know that this thing they cause that. But how to minimize that? Papa government they work to that way. They do anything to that way. Nothing because no favor talk the truth. They just depend for themselves. So now make they find out say they act to minimize.
The big papa government or papa excellency brigadier Julius Madabio the bigger. Do ya this young generation ya? You know easy. It just start like 11-year war crop na this country ya. And they pass war, they pass Ebola. I dey tell you, he pass Ebola. What make I say he pass Ebola? It is supporting smoke jagabana. If for don, it is in company kai dey fed. Hey, who say this man buy this tea? We ask. Hey, Nayanda. This one they find one. They go buy a counter. But always company don't damage you in the fed. Who the seller they go buy. For laying say feel no more that company they feel. How long we go depend on the country here? We no boku na this country here. Small, but we don't tell now. We see police them back, then they walk back, then they all push a man there. And when they all push a man, they go take 1 day or either 30 minutes. They see they push a man back because of footing, the bribe. Where go, then go 3 million, 4 million. That man they pull again. Yes, we pull again, they sell back. The only thing, Papa, simple way they for put it going on the country. Yes, simple way they. Well, the way is, like how this environment is so. All environment, you get town chief, you get any other, you get leaders, like cut and short. You get leaders. Well, like how this environment is so, call a town chief, take all meeting. Well, if you see anybody where they sell kush na this area, you are the shark you. We they talk no more. The papa, you know what's in the past in the country. You know. But it go. Inside 2 days, 3 days, it able to stop that day. It able to stop. But the papa, the way they work out in the country, if they say we win, and they make you man and get hook, young girl and get hook. Beyond the work than the way they papa mean for we. For let we die, let we surplus in the country. Now they all the work done.
The young man them, so them very brutal with themselves. First of all, with the truth, the honesty, they are being honest with waiting and they go through and waiting and self they do. So sometimes in the way that they talk, you would realize say maybe they're not there by themselves. Would that be the situation? Anyways, for help me get this conversation on the way, I get Prince Josie Reffel, where na get to reforms activist and anti-drug campaigner, and also Reverend Aliyu Kagbo, founder of Saving the Dying Youth Organization. And shortly later in the show, we will get Abdul Karim Will, the spokesman for Office of National Security, and we will listen from other people later in the show as we go along. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to viewers. custody of the prison.
Reverend, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Phyllis.
Firstly, how much una agree or disagree with waiting una hear from the young man and they in that video earlier? Let's start with you, Prince.
I would say I agree with them to 150% if mathematics killing me that particular percentage. Because me see that myself na survivor.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean a survivor and for a long time and also I don't go through the hazards, I get the experience, I able to relate to the story and like what you say, they are brutally being honest. Not to, you don't go take no facts out of what they say, whether they are being induced by something, maybe the drugs as well, but now them pain, they try for let out. I think this way, in their quietness, they don't discuss them. For let you see camera points, but they even decide whether the first step, you know, get my risk up, go side, they do drugs and get they interview them. But the fact that they give them the convenience for express themselves, I mean, we not go beyond that. This thing need for stop. So I agree with them to the maximum percentage, sir.
Reverend Kabi.
Well, thank you very much. Rehabilitation, and up till now, close to 50 people now rehabilitation, and I know at the end of the day, they need help, they get the willpower, so one left, or at the end of the day, they're not able. So they call on our government for see how best government go for pull them by this epidemic.
So if we say this thing for end, 3 days ago, onto yesterday or the day before yesterday, we see government, state authorities, especially the security sector, together with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, be embarked on 3 days raid to communities. Some people or even analyze them say it was the wrong move, especially because they announce them. So they make the pushers, they go in hiding, and after the raid, they come back to the community. But they begin to wonder, for you, Prince, back then will you be there into this act where the young man they also they struggle with, so they elected. Look at these young men, look at them, sleeping like zombies, sleeping on themselves. Look at their condition. They don't go out of their condition. Then suppose for able to lead the state security authorities to outside, then they go buy them and not wait for the security for actually raid, correct?
Yeah, correct. They're supposed to lead them, but again, I really they feel pity for them because this do you think that's why they do so now? The enforcement agencies, the intersectorial, security forces, and we're on this rampage. That's what happened since last year. Why? Because we get an international drug abuse day and illicit trafficking, where UNK always, organize when a global commemoration around sensitizing people around drug prevention and other things. So, waiting I be the team last year, where I be there on AYV, it said the evidence is clear. Invest in prevention. So, why government we take side off from that particular point when a day therefore don't start this particular whole venture? Well, they say it's better late than never, but again, the public very critical about the sincerity, the honesty, and the approach. So for me, I feel say that they're on the right track, but it's a little bit late. So the only thing we go able to make them work be more resultsful, now let them get consistency and let them try for be robust in this, because the young boy that don't express up, they are against their will for user now. But me being part of that particular journey for a long time, this now urge. You don't need them. I mean, you don't want them, but you need them. Why? Because they control you stress. They get what we call the physical dependence. Then now that make me know they refer to them most times as drug addicts, drug dependency. We get two cases where they urge them that they're not going to live without the drug way. Now the physical dependence, when they like order them for make them be physically fit for the day. Like you go wait for the day, you not take drug, they feel like normal person, they take them. I mean, I will compare now, I know they use drug to the last time with the time so I will use drug. Anytime why they use drug, I would not wake by 5, 6. I need that in one joint, at least for feel okay, for even move around community. But once you know get that, you feel the cold, you get cold, you get craving. I mean, you get that nausea, something like that, when you eat that orgy for burning.
You feel itchy.
It's kind of, you just feel some kind of way in a destabilized mood. So I understand them story, I understand them feelings, but or they go into hiding first after the exercise, they go sure, because me and you know say not the first thing is to make it just a national campaign on this thing. They don't start 3 years ago, but the consistency always lacking. So it don't come to the point where the people themselves when are victims when they bring out solutions. You get the last one where they say government knows something. He said the way how to do this, let them go to the communities, deal with the headmen, the stakeholders, let them try for create an awareness campaign, sensitization for prevent the victims them and create a way of let it steer, let it change. I mean, breaking that chain we actually now the source can come from a very sensible that government deal with that area rather than the bottom approach. You get to deal with both sides. The top when I did the supply the common and the bottom. And these people, this man don't talk, I say they are jobless, the country lawless as well. So the one that way they trade in this, they exploit the lawless space in the country. Wise people there around and all. This is not thing where we all don't compromise. Everybody in Sierra Leone will be the see push, will not say it will reach to this kind of tendency. But now that it don't reach to this, I think we need to complement all sectors and to make it cover. And we don't need to be complacent or at least add any corrupt practice to them. You don't need to notify people. Go on the rampage, save the victims. Like today, I will watch something where and take some victims and for go in the PC Health Center. This now they will be with interest. We will protect them, we will rehabilitate them, and we will help them on the way to recovery and try for
Okay. Now, look quickly before we continue this conversation in the studio. Look quickly go Nabo and listen to Chief John Abu, the Minister of State South, more or less commonly called Resident Minister South. So, is this just a concern for Freetown? When at the capital, also you get more people, or when I also you get more people they come up from upline, they come make life turn 2 to 4. Is it just a concern for Freetown? Is it more of a problem for Freetown? The resident minister resonates actually with some of the concerns raised earlier by some of the young men in the way they into the drug abuse and illicit abuse already, which they don't say. It resonates exactly with them point.
Well, drugs issues actually don't become a serious concern, not only at regional level but also at national level. We all don't see recent times we youth man them, don't engage in the drug abuse. We also don't really affect the life. Some people don't die because of drugs, especially these drugs we then call kus. Kus don't become very dangerous drugs to the lives of youth people then. I mean the young people in the country. We don't see where in a lot of concerns they come from people that the various communities outside where they live today. So the issue of drugs is a serious concern, it's a security concern, and I believe we all as stakeholders need to come on board for see how best to go about addressing. It's really serious.
So we're not able to identify people the way they deal with this push and other related drugs then?
Of course. Very recently, police conduct a raid where they began for arrest people then we involved in the sales of them drugs here to the youth, the young people there. If actually we the one that way they sell them drugs, that we able to control them. We will put stop to them. I think say they will able to help or reduce, because for the recent times we see say because youth then particular way they get access to them drugs, and you have people then they wait and they sell them to them. That make they take them. Well, if no side not the way that they sell them, they're not going to take them. But the people also don't take this thing as their own business way that they sell and give to the young people. I think say we go for talk to the judiciary, the police and the judiciary. Sometimes the police go to arrest them, they charge them to court. Sometimes few days, they come out. So when they come, they don't take an house as a lucrative business. So they go for continue. If the law they way really tighten them, if they charge them to court, maybe then get a custodian sentence, maybe that will minimize. Because if somebody don't sell the drugs to people, they all like go to jail for some years before they come back. The other one, the way they go don't see, then say go left.
So same don't come where you don't worry, say this thing go out of hand.
Yeah, of course, yes, because it will reach a time where people they die frequently. You know, so sometimes we go see dead bodies on the street, and where you find out and say nah, the one where they take drugs, particularly this cause. So we look at and say it's a worrisome situation if really measures not taken, not in place for control and then actually minimize. We also lost the working population, because the working population are the youth then. And if the youth population reduce, that means we will get a problem for production. It's a worry situation anyway.
As resident minister of the South, whose things they don't put in place for them able to solve this problem here? So?
Well, we actually don't get series of stakeholders engagement. We get a platform wherein the various stakeholders within the region, they come together and raise a lot of awareness, sensitize people then on the abuse of drugs, waiting at the dangers we associate with that. For also, we encourage young men and say, no, that's not the option. If you not get job, you don't mean say if you not get job, you go for sit down and take drugs. They ruin your own life, they destroy your own life. When you not go work, the same way how you go engage yourself. I mean, we talk about agriculture today. Most of the young people today don't just say no, we're not going to do any hard work. We want just to get things easy. This time even lead to robbery. Then the incident of theft and other things that because some young men if you say they're not going to go for good work. If you go now some other communities, outside people they do agricultural work, you go find out say drugs issue they're not the day. But young men today, because they know how they're involved in the drugs abuse, and this is worrisome because it destroy their lives. They also reduce the population of the working force. So the task force within the region don't they really raise a series of awareness, engagement with people then, they don't talk to the people then. Groups then like bike riders, drivers, motor drivers union, and several other people then they believe say are the vulnerable groups then. Because you go see some man, they ride bike, they go take that drug first, they take goose, they go take my bike, he get accident. Drivers, they go the same thing. So we look at and say it's a potential threat to the security of even the other people who not they take drugs.
So we just want to confirm to you, say it's not a problem only for Freetown. So this is a problem which cuts across the entire Sierra Leone. So now, to some people, it's like a spiritual problem, and just get to do with the physical presence, the physical body. Reverend, is it a myth, or is the reality? Say this more spiritual than we see, or it is more of the reflection of the society and leadership of this country over the years?
Well, thank you very much. All along, we said this is spiritual, because basically most of the people in Ghana they get a new story where they talk. We don't see a point somebody take the push. We get Jagaban, we get mile, we get kind of push. The mile and the one to just become calm, and the Jagaban and the way to make you see different things. At the end of the day, we then take the Jagaban. At the end of the waiting in happiness. They go into illusion. They begin to see different things there. The other day, the other person, he committed a spam, he left the post, take the van, he left beside the can, he go to a police station. He go report. He say, he got report for. He say, he got report. He say, they call me $50.
Really?
So
you don't mean it?
Definitely. I'm not kidding. He say in $50. Let's see what happened. He say they take a foot in 1 foot. So then the policeman is well, go first in the counter. After we come to in normal senses at the end of the day, what happened? He say now because of now the drug now you take. We don't see so many situations in the day where people they take this drug at the first sight at the end of the day. But what a short distance, you're looking for a car. We don't see somebody small old we can be before if it's in a river. So we get so many things there where the drug where they lead you to, but had we call it illusion. Some people again where nobody take the drug. There was a story, one man when I'm young friend, he take the drug, he learn also. At the end of the day, he feel like for say the roof he can't down. He run for commander and pass with the whole land because the roof wash for himself from that car. So it really not easy. With the feel like yes, it's spiritual. Beside the spiritual problem come now, those where they sell the drug are wicked. Because we don't interview the water, we don't ask them about them. Most of the time, that the community people, the way they sell the drug, then they do incantation. Some man they put Moriman business there for make the no catch am. Some man they put Moriman business for make it sell pass in company. So at the end of the day, them bobo the way they can buy the drug, that they end by the problem. So most of the time, some man can want left. But the reason being why they're not looking for left because of the people the way they sell the drug, they don't do incantation by the drug, and it somehow looks spiritual. So now the problem is not what is facing in the country. So
added to the chemicals where they make somebody feel one kind of way mentally and physically, the spiritual incantations, they make the problem worse than it's supposed to be. Well, that's what you're saying.
Well, definitely. Because if the chemical gets your own power, at the end of the day, we get also get societal power done with the people now the community where they sell the drug. And don't forget for say, the important talk something just now, all the people where they sell the drug in the community, we sabi them. And most of them people are so that they back the sponsor the community. So I will say we as a nation, sometimes we're hypocrite. Now when we call on government, make government take drastic action, make it take drastic action. And at the end of the day, when government team up back again, we send back again, we meet the same police them, we go back for them people in there. Because now we sponsor them. So it's high time now, make we call things by their name. If we say we don't tire with this push, if we say we don't tire with this tramadol, at the end of the day, those people when they sell this push and this tramadol, are the same community then they. When they say we get live in our community, we go meet them. When they say waiting, we get married, we go meet them. We call them the chairman them. So it's high time we begin all the chairman them, where they sponsor we, where they by the guy dangerous thing that's where they keep brother them and make we take action against them when they facing the law.
Okay. Prince, the time when you begin to take this, take me through that journey there, first of all. How you manage get over. Because Reverend mentioned the aspect of both the chemical where they make somebody feel one kind of way, the way the young man and the way they express earlier out in the field, plus the spirituality where say mix inside this. We can talk to somebody shortly, a celebrity where you get one of your family members where already done the interim. Like can confirm to me if in Peking don't recover from this situation. But take me through that journey there quickly.
So this me as a ghetto reform activist.
Yes.
And I don't think to get to advocacy like, you know, for this long. I don't work with organizations, but my passion always don't be ghetto. Which is to say, I don't be around ghetto for long. So the first time for me I really come across schools and experience in 2016. One ghetto way that they call Gaza. They don't demolish here now by model. My friend of mine from college tell me about it. You know, I've been so interested in drugs because I've been read on drugs. I feel say we will reach to a juncture where Sierra Leone will need somebody really exclusively educate public on probably and if the experience that was that can be new perception. So 2016 get the experience with push, but the reaction make ashamed for the sports anybody, not even with that. 2016, 2017, 18 latest. Now we can get another format of we are going to now take on daily basis, you know, say I become addicted. But before that, I will live a life of soberness. I will live an organized life, you know, I will also go college again, you know, I'll not be doing my family things actually. actually basic. So going to 2020 and all, the addiction overtake me. I become a bit reckless. I be they try for work, but you know they allow me because we don't clean. We get to for a plan. Like that one we Reverend just mentioned in a Jagaban. We they call it for a plan away here.
What do you mean?
Like you don't dress, don't clean, you don't dress. You want go some side. Then you say, okay, let's just get a vibe. Let's just get a kick. That kick when you get that one will you call. It will end up because it's 20. You know they go no side again. You get.
So no matter how much you get, the amount of money you waste more per
Hence the name for a plan. You transfer the foil, you go plan it, all everything you foil. So that begin happening.
So it is that sweet. No wonder the young man and call him alias sugar.
So like a stupor. Stupor na something they drive your mind, kind of get you drunk. Even though you're not conscious, but you subconsciously they enjoy everything you do. You know they by yourself. So like that was it. You really feel no one care about nobody. So you in that state. So 2020, 2021, 2023, they go to the point I'm not able to be again. Everything exposed, I become so reckless and everything. But I will get a very good community. Few people will still believe in me. But the things, not to you this. Because I don't discuss with some friends. I just want to experience this thing come out of it. They say, bro, you don't allow the thing to go for you. So then they make plans. But the community now actually allows to make a go down the way. I never place and I never do. But I will be I know it was. I know what it is. That now the urge, I know the type of fight everything when you put it in the two because I need to come out and say the honest part now platforms like this of sensitizing education.
And you were so quick for recover from him because I remember I spoke to you. I had an interview with you.
Yeah, at SLBC.
A few years down the line at SLBC, the state broadcaster.
Yeah.
And at the time you were yes.
Yeah, that had the initial stage. You know when this thing comes, before school should be done. When person smoke, I just take the residency. The loss of food, the this, the that. So my see in neck no loss. That's what they
You guys don't mean it.
Honestly, this is the state. It exchange the thought process. It make you become so that kind more reborn. I mean, I don't know.
So you solely left you.
I don't know.
You solely left your body.
Fine. There is this word where they call in God education and God psychosis. That is. You think in a way we're different from the straight society. You think what you they do we're very hopeless, reckless, normal. But the opposite society, you know, they practice you like. Then they see as a non-normal.
Okay.
Madness. So I go through everything. Then we get this what they call neurotic personality. Where now you will they take drug, the lifestyle different from the one we know they take out. So all of these things we throughout until last year, early last year, where I get something for doing it. The community standing by me, where they begin bab somehow. They say they bab this, you know, say this fight don't start for long, but just that Sierra Leoneans are not consistent. So they be bab somehow, they organize something for the bab meeting can say if they bab you somehow will let because be very influential and get to. But the community stands say no, we're not going to embarrass this young man. We know say and that year we don't stop already, but we struggle with the cravings and all that, but we don't stop now, we don't start the initiative. So the community will hand me over to the parents then. I go home for do the rehabilitation, but it's so difficult. So there comes in now to Reverend in point we say, they get some aspects, and not just an aspect, huge aspects of spirituality. Not so they all say spirituality now, the devil you are here before you Lord. This now the state where they transform from that consciousness to subconsciousness. You know,
and to the point that you are left hand, but you get the urge for going back.
Mind on drift. Why should you take this thing and get a mind reading on you? You see, don't know what they think, everything. That wall of fantasy where they go. You know, say the mind, now a practicing platform. Anything where you practice, either in thought, in action, and all that. Now, they carry you to for a long time. So for come out of that, go to a day's journey. It take patience, it take understanding. You know, it take that kind of solidarity and empathy. And compassion as well for make it get you out of that. So the spiritual aspect now the thought process actually where they take that sense of awareness out of the whole body. Because this life of the live, they say is spiritual. Now that make when you die that the body level, that brings you the here. So you consciousness now in the exchange to something very subconscious. They do things intentionally but now in the subconscious state. And that make you see people the day where you don't see they don't go to university. They need to do drugs now, they do spring salon. In the Nigerian, you know say no to that kind of person, but in subconscious they always tell and say, you will carry on, this is sheer Lord. But until you bring that person to a wholesome life, and spirituality, that don't like a day as pivotal element towards drug recovery, even at the US and other experienced countries, when they do it, new sociological areas, you therefore go alongside bringing people within a spiritual field, because you have to cancel them, you have to bring them back to their senses.
Okay, that aspect we can talk to Reverend shortly, because your organization there about saving the dying youths. And we can talk about the issue of the, naming and shaming for end this entire scourge. Well, I talked to celebrity comedian, stand-up comedian, Kindo Amani. Hello, Kindo.
Yes, hello, boss. How are you, sir?
I wish I did do fine like you. Nice talking to you again. It's been a while. Nice seeing you.
Same here, but how are you, sir?
Thank God, sir. What's up? You there overseas? You there out of the country?
Eh?
You there out of the country?
I didn't have one cold room.
Anyways, Kindo, I remember I talked to you sometimes in December last year. That's about 10 or 11 months ago, or about 12 months ago, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, I interviewed you on Epic Morning Show, and then we extensively go into some aspect where you even revealed to me, say, in fact, you begin, we don't take into drug abuse, and it starts at school. So, you know, the battle, that very situation there. How far you don't go with you picking in situation now? Is it okay?
Yeah, say, where that old drug thing there, it's a process. It's just like where somebody they go into one kind of new thing where it don't become addicted to you get for pull the phases them different for like recover completely. So before that time when me you talk so I don't succeed for pull from the thing. So I think I miss because I am new to it, not to that kind psychiatric or medical person. So I don't even know what everything be the process is. But in the process, now I don't understand say the recovery stage, you not get for like totally or completely left the person, because the chances or the tendency for like relapse is so great. Now that one day I actually notice now the dying stage. So you actually go into not to the first substance where they take, now another substance they go into, we don't it already recover. I think at that stage now we, reintegrate with we try for see how best we go, help them out fully, so himself will be independent.
Okay.
Well, it's really a tough process.
That young man, did he ever tell you would have been the person who introduce him to the drug? Who said be the buy him at the school? Because you say at school he begin take the drug. Now school let me the sell and get.
The process for let the man go into her. Yeah, all the man that would go into them there now some silly reasons then they can give. Well, so we can look at silly, but when I don't go into this thing properly, I don't begin to understand say the mind of every mortal man weak or different. Some people go able to endure slight emotional turbulence, and some people don't be able. So it just feels neglected. The reason don't make sense actually to me, because I possibly had I take care of from the beginning up till now. Even I possibly not be actually careful. The negligence way they talk about now if we don't notice, we person inside that kind of thing. So he said, at school, me notice when he be go sit begin at one camp to one teacher. I be they go there frequently, they converse. But now that no more the teacher now I show you say now this camp no more go able to help this speaking this that. I got carried away and I allow her for do the camp. So from that camp they are saying that they begin get a taste of the thing. From the camp now in secondary school, the senior secondary school where I attend, like I've seen at the last interview, and actually work for all the school and not like the dent the school. But I be make them clear, and I have to make them clear again that no school in this country is safe, and parents therefore really be vigilant. In as much as the schools are not safe, no mean say no school no get tendency for protect the beginning. But firstly, the parents therefore really be vigilant because it's everywhere. You know, people them feel say they make money out of them and an easy way for them to make money. So they're doing anything where police or institutions and they try to be alert for cover up this way, they manipulate or navigate for get them right the other way for them. So for them it's a business. Yeah, so it's everywhere and all schools, I mean from primary school, secondary school, to university, it is everywhere. So now school, and they actually get this thing wrong, then the whole thing blow out of proportion. So.
But you know, ever tell you the post where they buy them from, so that probably by now not from begin fan way for nip on the board.
We know some of the people that wouldn't buy them from. The decide way if we end up there, how they call this place now, follow. Yes, some people and be there at the community. Yeah, they will be get some tussle with the family at some point. You know, imagine a parent you are aware saying na so side they sell drug in picking. Yeah, we'll be get we own tussle. But you know, when you don't get tangible evidence, you can't go to the police. You know, you just go get tussled and at some point just like rebel. Like that kind of reaction no more you will get. But the most important I try for take me on because Naina be the most important thing for me at the time. Creating noise around them, going to the police, going back and forth, and not be feel say na be solution for help me out. So I be think say that for just take the policy when I'm own, spend a rehab center for them, we are go able fair way for help them out. By God's grace, we'd almost succeed for get them right. As in get them right, now the last stage of this one now, not only like a day in rehab still, a day with me, we try for, you know, make sure say it's serious enough for good again, like we be relapse. You know, because the first stage, this first step I be doing, I be succeed for them. But because I be make small carelessness, feel say it's okay, la left am on your own. What I mean left on your own, be still there with me, but the movement them. Now they yes, it changed to the other one, the tramadol.
We join you in prayers and wish the very best for your son for fully recover and become the better or best person where you want him for in society.
One of the reasons the way make the turn up like for accept some of the interview there. Now mainly because I have to encourage parents them. I have to encourage the public. I have to encourage parents them most importantly. They can say you born picking you born heart. Of course, me na a whole branch at the country because it's difficult for a person they parent kind thing in the. I don't ever go into drug. I don't ever publicly misuse alcohol or drug. But you don't want to pick it now, you don't can't stand so. The question here is, you want for lefer, then continue for this so. One, it don't tie down to your family name. Two, for humanity. And most importantly, na pikin. You know, reach that age they will go able to make decision on your own, but let decide. Some of we be lucky because we grew up now, take the environment them. We make we own decision them and things happen for we. We not grow up with parents them. Then now they grow up with parents them, but still, you know. So Lord just accept, Lord forget about the problem, say okay, this is not the problem, Lord look into solution. Parents, please, Lord keep up with your picking. Una picking and not mix into the thing please, Lord try as best as possible for be on check full time.
Okay.
Other people that way they into this thing feeling that the only way this for fair money, may I advise you. I advise. Kama in a pico sometimes you don't think if you can go overseas or if you say you don't put it at the safest place. Now then the worst go happen. You know? Some of you not take this, will not take care for Lord can get this kind of problem. But if you don't meet me so, Lord fair way for Lord would they be able to pick them. Make sure so we support them fully. whatever situation they deal into, they come out of them by God's grace.
Okay.
Prayer, family support, counseling, you know, it help a lot. Yeah.
Nice catching up again with you, Kindo. December they come, we begin and they go need new costume for the festivities. You still in Savile Street? What's in that shopping name again? That I just catch up.
Yeah. Godrich Street by Lumley Street.
Godrich Street by Lumley Street. We go catch December they come, bruh. Festive season. You go begin see me there.
Everything they for PK from 0 to 16.
Certainly. Kindo, nice catching up with you again. Thank you very much. You could speak to us, sir.
Yeah.
All right, then I celebrity Kindo Amani, popular celebrity in Peking already. Don't they into this for years now. I remember catching up with Kindo sometimes in December last year, and then Yewiti say, but the issue now is naming and shaming. Till date, Prince, you still not able for the same thing with those people who they taken now. Then maybe them would be scared say for go name the people that they ban for one or two obvious reasons. You one of them say the pusher man and go arrest them. 1 day or 2 days later, you see them now release them back. Is that the fair way make something and they will not able for end this scourge?
Imagine this SFA don't be on the ground to expose the use of this drug. I can just go some side. So you imagine how exposed are these in terms of insecurity. So again, it boils down to that. The government don't need things now within your state. This the police in the society. There are people out there that get to lead advocates in this Nigeria. You know, if you ever bring some of you together and do the security back up, this thing we ever go and just do everything. When I get to man, I know the flip for where I'm at.
So not so in the way then they don't do them so now.
It's like compromising way. It will yield what will lead to effect. And not to that to once now. Because what the first thing is the quality dates. There was some time when they say that the back people in Eastern and all these things, how far that they go. Because we still get security personnel there when they compromise with the drug chain. These are don't they around people when they talk, say, hey, why do we travel with the IG color or name it can pass? But how can you come and name this person and you will not get that tangible evidence to make you face the court? And it will need to lie there and other things. So again, it's complicating. Now that makes we need to get a honest approach towards the whole thing. It's not just about naming and shaming, but we follow the thing thoroughly. Because if you name and shame a person, then you go in left everything, just like that man said. How many times police go come, a pass highway, then they do drugs. They go carry pass home. So tell you go to carry make side, but they pass. That pass where they pass. They don't say people they be under. They just they do one for them, people they feel safe, police presence, but the actual practice when the crime between drugs, they don't pass, they don't go. This not compromise something, and not only for the gun, because push not to like other drug, they anyway kill the same. The care around push is very, very complicating. Like me, I left farm. I be don't decide already, say, no one time again. Now, free to I take the last one, but now I go end. In other words, I don't smoke and I don't take treatment and all. But I go bo, like I know the guy no craving. First day I know they take, I know they even pull close. My parents they be the sense of my movements. I go so, but I be they assume say, bo, why they for do this? They embarrass me, but that's not the process because they relapse. So man go say I know they take kush because they don't observe how it reacts to it take kush. I go to tramadol. I get a lot of friends they want say I know they take kush again. They say I go they try tramadol, but I be no tramadol. So I say no, I just don't done with this. Probably I calm down a little bit for begin to take time. Afterwards, talk with my doctor. I say I can get cravings. I mean, I'm human. I say I just want to get away with this. So I be the smoke tie at some point, but even that safe, I don't do away with them. So it's very extensive. Now a process. It get phases. We do phase 1, phase 2 day, and maybe phase 3 difficult past phase 1. But now just patience it take for make it pass to them. So some man they left kush, they go past tramadol. That don't happen. So the relapse area. Now that make we need for come with honest fight into this thing because some man now Eastern is start for smoke, but in Western now the language and it don't get a disjoint from his parents. So even the legal side, the justice sector for coming because not allow the security forces and no more for going to this. The legal side for coming and do a framework.
Yeah, even the resident minister South, Chief John Abu, even they re-emphasize on that same point.
Exactly. You know, there should be guideline on how to do this grading, and at the bigger ambit somehow or the justice part, we able to enforce it. The security side, then can able to enforce them, but let the justice sector do the framework, let them do the guideline on how to go on this, because we need to eradicate this thing, not to minimize and say, because nobody knows safe in terms of the young generation where they come. Now they see small picking there, they go school, they get drug, they find drug that they bag. When we get a story where person where they take drug don't kill in teacher in school, providential, not to a hidden story, I mean not to isolated case. So this thing, if we continue...
You mean Awun Conte, the situation of Awun Conte?
Supposedly, yeah. Where in teacher find out they do drug practice, they go prosecute and to him parents, they later end up go kill the teacher. So imagine me now where go see there, they talk on this, and this now a very influential enterprise. People where they deal with drug, they get closer to power, they get money, they able to put money per person in life. This not just risk we they take because of national service. Like I can say, because nobody know they pay, nobody know here, but now your conscience you want to come out and say the facts. So you're exposed to insecurity. So now not do it in a way we are in, it will be a witch hunt, but let we get a result out of them, we will save this country in future.
Reverend, within a stage now where would they look up to even the religious houses, each of the religious houses or major aspect of the religious houses, or the religious houses for team up and establish rehab centers at the various churches and mosques. You know, things say at that stage they will now, because when all agree say you get some amount of spirituality is one, and then you hear from Kindo Amani, you hear from Prince, the rehabilitation process is so long and almost impossible, seemingly. You don't think saying at that stage with this right now we need, and just forget government, let we take the onus upon ourselves as community people?
Well, definitely, like how you see so, we as churches or as a mosques, we miss this part. The reason we also miss this part, and really, we get some youth mandate, we then in a church, we then play with drum. We get some youth mandate, we even get some pastors there, like in a rehabilitation center. I know we have close to 2 or 3 10 with a pastors there. I know we have shepherd.
So pastor, they all be into this?
Definitely. The young pastors, they will get away quick. You understand? I know we have pastors there. Like December 31st, or we talk January 1st, they take one reverend from the church when they say crossover service. After all, man, they don't dance. They say, man, of God, just they dance. You will be again push, nine coats. So, but in family member, they don't faith part. So I don't know the day after the dance, then I say, they don't shift in there, they can take a so. I don't know the way it can become fairly set now here, but then they get to the pastor don't know well. So with the gap we're missing, most of them will church there, so they get people there where they be tight. Most of them will church there, so where people will be active in the church. But all of a sudden, when the people that will take work, at the end of the day, we let them get sit up. We miss the point. So those people, at the end of the day, if they will contribute, for when they contribute, we know for one rehabilitation center, easy.
Expensive.
Because it takes life.
Because even government right now, the major rehab center, in fact, majority of the rehabilitation centers right now, they work. The one at Freetown, way within Hastings is not working. They say funding not there. The one at Bo is also not working. They say funding not there. Now government defend way for integrate rehabilitation of drugs into the psychiatric home, like you see.
Okay, when wait happen, the other day I see Dr. Jallo, the get program we Mr. Lamana be hosted. They say, well, they all reach to some point now, then rehabilitation center then now, at the end of the day, yes, so for the input measure in place, definitely. But they say they're not for changing the body. For me, I get family. I don't marry, I get me woman. At the end of the day, we want to try for help, national help. If you go take close to 30, 40, 50 people, you put them aside, you don't even get security. The last time I decided I take one man, at the end of the security begin smoke inside the compound. So it is just so funny at the end of the day. If you left them over there now, so now what in the help at the rehabilitation center, will change the over there? Will change them at that point when they come, go to call Josie. At that point when they come, at the end of the day, it become violence when they go, they left them. So man, the people water in the eye. So but the chain, and now we have security. Because if they get the chain, at the end of the day, they calm them down for that period. So they say for take off chain for because of chain not on the modern standard.
Yes.
But this we are not talking about the modern standard. How we go for help first? And the biggest thing, how we go for help? I come back to the churches, I come back to the mosques. If the churches and the mosques, each and every one of them for identify We begin the way in a church, we in a mosque.
And each of them church, they also a mosque, and then a communities. And them member then they wait in a church and mosque, and then one or two of them must know somebody with his cell. Wait for help the situation.
Well, definitely. I can't remember what I say no more. We self now be a person, we be a victim. The other day, I end up for free because me be so get heart, I be so get mind. 2 years back, I did take Sugar Man there. I get so video on TikTok. I did take Sugar Man there. I didn't know we go do the reading. We go na area to area. We go na east station. We go outside. We go na monitor. We go different side there. But at the end of the day, when we go take the drug, because of our full meal in and get any trade to do with drug business, and the same go wash the drug. The other day we go wash the drug. Then I will get some amount of kilo of push and some tramadol. So as we go wash the, as we go wash them back, then the other say, say, pastor, this one wash out.
What's how?
We take out put a water for destroyer because we don't get anything for deal with the war. So we will kind of because on 10 a day when the people they see me react, they say, hey, pastor, we see suicide. We won't community back again at the end of the nation, so they happen. So at the end of the day, we go to the scene. All they go to the scene, all they take the drug, at the end of the day, we put the drug in water. It comes to some point, we said free because the same Sugar Man they work with them up and say, hey, this kind of tears we go, for me to come and go ourselves. I panic. Even one other boy was saying, at the end of the day, one with the pass, we don't serve me now. He said, 1 liter of fear self, not look for some money. I panic. If I put me keke, now no, at the end of the day, they boss guitar. They fed all guys for frustrate me. You go see somebody take shit, you can put it at the mouth. So these people are influential. And then one guy person now you see me now, he has to go cut now. At the end of the day, you go see when this person so we get a person, we go watch her constantly. But we are not fear. When we are not feared, you know the reason why God will make heaven a watchway. We stand for the truth. And those people when they sell, give it, God give it one day, then they give people them. So many potential on that. I get people like from IPAM, from FBC, from different colleges there. I get a sad story. One man they implicate the big bubble and force me by the door. At the end of the day, the small one, he will take ecstasy. He never for control himself. They go to one and they have to me. But at the end of the day, it involves some mental something. So I refer something about that kissing mental home. After we come on a kissing mental home, less than 2 weeks, the man, just 2 weeks we get, the man in Bobo died. The man was so devastated. And now, even recently, he called me back and he said, Pastor, I want to carry the other one back in a rehab. They take the Bobo, they go to the Bobo na station. At the end of the day, the Bobo makes some criminal because whenever they take the Bobo, they get so many, they get powerful sense. The Bobo makes some criminal sense. They say, how the handcuff the tighter. So they pull the handcuff. Now they were there on the road. And now they will see the Bobo. So we get so many stories like that. Not just say people don't want to go to people in a rehab center. They want to go in a rehab center. But the other thing back again, people they discourage. They say, go because they rehab. But the biggest problem back is again. Because at the end of the day, whenever you get a rehab center, you need to get effective monitoring system. Because even the people that the rehab center, they crave for the drug. We don't see a situation someone they take the sardine, for give 5 sardines for 1 tramadol. We don't see a situation someone they take the provision they sell for them, they give for tramadol. So the tramadol, now in the replace. Because if you smoke bush, somebody will say, hey, what if, because they don't get access to even lighter. Or they replace the tramadol. So this give back again a message. Because definitely this alone, the South will miss the point from the time where we go up our war. Those people will be Sam. Now at that time they will go into rehabilitation. All the people in there, all left them people in there. Then same people they can born other picking them. So the blood, it fell out. So they like getting now with the suffer this kind of pain also. So we beg that rehabilitation center there. Those where the man the rehabilitation center there, they will put mechanism in place. Because now we get the effect now. Where they want the rehabilitation. Now we then look up to. If we miss them at the end of the day, the government will go back to square zero back again. So we bring those rehabilitation, we will put mechanisms in place and see how best we will help this nation because we use them to die.
Quickly, before we end this conversation with Tuna all too, we would expect Abdul Karim Will, the spokesman for Office of National Security, was at the time of this show, police, they on a press conference, police officers met King Tom. So he excused that maybe by the time we did show the end, maybe he will meet up for camp. But that is the situation. Quickly, Prince, which message you want for left to authorities, especially the security sector, the judicial sector, and the society at large?
Let us start from the society. I want to send an urgent message to memorial guarantors them. chiefly the religious leaders, me, I'd always pinpoint say they get this fight. Because for make we get a holistic recovery of people, they need to play a crucial role. There was a time a day in truth media where I say, even men of God and they into this, people then come at me and say, why you mention men of God? Thank God a part of that particular entity. And not say these people they into this. So it cuts across. The religious people for come on board because now then no more get the liberal leverage for go out there and talk say this is not political, this is not tribal, this is not regional, this is purely national. They go into the fight. Then try for bring all other forces together in terms of the professional bodies, them, the health sector, the governments, and the politicians. And again, so the security sector, let them not shy away from failure. That we the civic people or the civic body, they come out for correct and say this now. We not say security is a specialized profession, but this very different. Now we it affect. Now we know more, and that always we don't know, but they don't play around with the facts. Not to every security personnel, but few now bad professionals within the security forces. They don't play around this thing for long. Now that make this thing not come to embarrassment. So they don't need for shy away. Let them cooperate with the public. Let them cooperate with the communities. Let them cooperate with the society, so that we will actually get a crackdown on this whole thing. Then if we go tell the parent them, just like Kwekindo they say. Now then are the first people where this thing for hot. And if the benefits come for them picking their recovery, like what be there in that state, may daddy be very disappointed. But after a while left now, I give message, now one of the proud people them. So you the parent look into that, just like Kwekindo they say. It's not your making, say you picking not go into drug practice. We know say you neighbor they get for laugh at you and all, but that life we don't left. Save that picking day. Go take them boldly. Even there is Bible, the prodigal son, they not mention say it take drug, but that hopelessness where it go through, drug be there around there if you watch. So as a parent, you get a pivotal role for play because that one in a way they under all waiting government need for do now for create this space for the recovery. The benefactor tomorrow. You the parents, if that picking come a recover, become a lawyer, become somebody where society they look up to, now you get that pride force. Before even sometimes the society they benefit from her. So not give up on your picking, say, hey, you don't wayward, you don't get so food. Go take her idea and bring them, you encourage her and nurture her because no other person no go show that love.
It's a bad bush not for to bad
at all. No other person no day we go show that love what it deserve or come to in recovery. So in a holistic sense, society we need to be honest. And you were the thing, it's high time you stopped because you know they help. You're damaging my resources, and just like where Reverend be they say, come on, in a kind of different way. There was a person way now Musa at some point with the social media, they say with the drugs and all, it can't get complication, he die. Who knows? Something at the rebound like anytime. So we no one go to Dandy. When you read Vibes Cartel in book where he write on the cry of the ghetto, people like JZ, people like 50 Cent, they be there into drugs. Now they say professor, but later they get a U-turn. They utilize the money for something meaningful. So if you're into that, it's never too late. We're not so God. We know we can't judge you. You can ask for repentance and try for help in curbing this drug because it's not attractive anymore, it's not fashionable anymore. And the community, now we stand as a nation, now we depoliticize this. This is not about APC, it's not about SLPP. Because when you look at APC, they say All People's Congress. If you look at and say that the culture, you serve them within that mix grammatically. And if you say that SLPP, you know, so this not to APC, this not to SLPP business. Now Sierra Leone and the damage it comes to Sierra Leone. Probably it connects factors them. So this we all need for come together as an integrated society for make we get a fighting community against this drug issue in our country.
Prince Josie Reful, thank you very much. It's
Welcome,
nice
sir.
speaking to you and
Welcome,
tapping
sir.
from your experience.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
We appreciate your coming very much.
Yes.
Reverend Aliyu, quickly.
Well, thank you very much. Like our police say, we don't need for cherry pick for say now this person or that person. At the end of the day, we all need to come together and fight this epidemic. But definitely, the fight for push, tramadol and other drug, harmful drug, it will only end rehabilitation. Government, they try. Government gets your rehabilitation. We believe very soon, government will start back again in rehabilitation. Wait at the same
If funding available.
If funding available, definitely. No, this for me, press is something. The government only for say if. What if for what if? Who they give government a mandate? From now to next week, 1 year, 1 year, it was say government rehabilitation not begin function. From now to the time we go say government don't fund yearly, 1 billion yearly. If government don't learn at the end of the day, we will tell the government to say no, we are not happy. And definitely we are not happy. Even though government don't go for rehab, all the over there, and definitely when we want to talk something, you that mama, that papa, you begin to be there so. At the end of the day, if you come to some point, you reach at this point, which you for decide, yes, even though government is trying you say look for a rehabilitation, take it begin there, take it for a counseling, make you know for say all is not lost because we will not be ever get them begin there at this point here so. They not be there so, but waiting, na circumstances, na reason, different things. Someone say stress, someone own business, someone take tramadol because of own business. They say I get game for play half past 2. At the end of the day, he decide to take tramadol. When the woman can begin sleep. So that's so many funny things that will make you enter into the door there. So half of the one the way they ride bike, they need to do work. The one they take they need to do work. So we they call the union them for retract again. Call them. Half of them they the way they are positioned on the highway. And reason of the work. Definitely. So man they go, you don't take and say our eye. Less than seconds, bam. So you go see the side them side people they get accidents, you go surprise outcomes. Okay. So please make we retract again and one for tell the people them for say look for a rehab center. My own rehab center then in New York, East Yams Farm. My own number, in case you look for a rehab center, 079-754130. We can help for me help to a nation. And Salon will grow, and at the end of the day, the first world internationally, we will change that dynamics. God bless you.
Reverend Aliu Kagbo, founder Saving the Dying Youth Organization. Thank you very much immensely, Reverend, for your time also. Also, I will talk to Prince Josie Reful, when I ghetto reforms activist, anti-drug campaigner. Gentlemen, we appreciate you come one
welcome, sir.
Immensely. We forget, like I said earlier, the spokesman for Office of National Security on the security aspect and how far this will take we in terms of curbing, especially the number of arrests where they don't make so far, especially in the checkpoints or at the border crossing. But hopefully, we'll get a follow-up on this in subsequent editions of the Today Show. But let me listen to Sahid Bangura, Director Creating Opportunities for Disadvantaged Persons. Them also don't they do some outreach with affected drug addicts. Mohamed Baki Kamara, they can go talk to him earlier on.
The kind way our society, they perceive them, not to say them they are loving people. In summary, they just get an illness where most of we not understand how to deal with them with the illness them. Because anybody we don't take drug for a very long time, the drug always the trigger the brain. We get what we call the reward system, especially the dopamine. The parts that dopamine they always they go low where the person where they take drug in always need the drug because it gets a trigger. Something the way they trigger and for go take that drug day. So anybody we don't take drug, boku them over time they adapt to the drug. When they adapt to the drug, they produce less dopamine. And when they produce less dopamine, then the only thing we in need now is the drug. The time where that person they know they want to take the drug and they become lifeless and they become like stubborn, irritating. Now they make when they present so many other behaviors, the way some of them they thief, where some of them they put on some maladaptive behavior, where they make them left their house the way they. If somebody don't use drug for a very long time, then they say in one left arm, the person they become anxious, the person they become sad, the person they become lifeless, because the brain don't function in a way that it just need the drug for making function. Because it just feel like we me you to way normal. You get certain routine we don't use to, especially some of the and the way are Muslim. If you don't use for pray any morning, we do clean it, that prayer time pass you. How you they feel? Now so that person we don't use to drug, now the same way they feel. Some of we self we don't when a Christian we use for gap that early morning, forget that morning devotion prayers. The day where that thing they feel you. How you they feel? Now so that somebody where they take drug now so in the feel. Because your brain don't function, your brain don't set in a way that you need to fulfill that part of you every day. So now so addicts them they go through. Where lots of people don't understand, then just can take and say they're wicked, nothing that way then can want do always. Then can very difficult for make a decision. If they come in, they tell you, say, Mr. Saheed, I don't ready for change, I know they do this again. But no sooner than you left them, you go, they go do the same thing. And the one that we can take too much drug and way it don't used to them, the nerve them already don't they get problem. You know, the nerve cells them, and also in they show so much slow reaction, like not proactive again to so many things the way they do. Then some of them they present mental health challenges, like they can get anxiety, some of them can get hallucination and poor emotional regulations. If they see someone, they say, Brami, I know what they do, I know what they pa, and they talk to a conscious talk them, but deep down in Hamburg. So they can present some of them conditions, then the families them not can understand, say now an illness, then just they can say no to for nothing. Some believe say it has something to do with spirituality. Some can believe say the bobo then just stubborn. So no sooner than way the one they waking on the 3 months safe they not take drug, then they in the recovery process. When then can they into that recovery process, what can happen? Little things that triggers them. The way you talk to them, the way you interact with them, because then we don't they lie all this while just for escape and fulfill their urges them. So if they don't begin to recover now, then person begin reminder of in condition and there is no trust issues with them, it can be very challenging as well. For left drug, it's not easy. You know, me nobody not like how you say somebody go able to take drug and tell you say somebody who don't take drug for 10-15 years and can't tell you say I the left and today to tomorrow. Although the genetic makeup them not be the same, people like you say wait if fits Peter and not go fits Paul. So for make somebody need for left that drug, they want now make families need for work with a therapist, somebody we know about drug. One and a collective effort for help them, for make them rebuild their nervous system as well. And aside from that also, therapy can also work, and also even what they eat, the nutrition, in the help the nervous system for making repair, for making go rebuild very well. And also people away deep in these conditions, some can also need medication for just for calm their anxiety down. Some man can need certain medication we will be prescribed by a psych doctor. And families then for also aware say, even though you take your pikin for treatment center for 1-2 months, that doesn't mean that pikin day or that you loved one day don't well. When you pull them, find a professional, you work with them. The road to recovery takes a village, not to one greedy business. So now see una go deep and a full-time job. For me, somebody recover from drugs, now full-time job. The person get for ready, the family also get for ready. Then both parties has to do the job. Maybe it will take 10, 15, 6, 7, 8 years before that person they be clean like how we all they expect them for be clean. So it's a lot of work. Make no mistake about it. The population where they are addicted in Sierra Leone when it comes to substance use, then Bokute, even though we fed all kind of way for make the importers then stop for bring this squeeze as well, but me society, more we are aware say we dey live with a community with addicts. One thing about addiction, they always they find way for fulfill their urge. If they restrict them into kush, they go find other thing like tramadol. If it tramadol is restricted, they go find any other thing. Wait for then goal is for always fulfill the addiction.
It's a situation where worrisome and need everybody in clarion call, because like they all don't say it don't be somebody that say can do today in Pekin, tomorrow it can be you Pekin. You don't know even you where they sell them. So I will get for don't you food tomorrow. So it is time you change and move away from that kind of business now. Better late than never. All right, so let's move away a little from that conversation and go to the second half of the show and bring you some of the segments. First, with the corner outside the drop and hot with the just here tomorrow.
Hot, it up, and this is the entertainment corner. We name the just here tomorrow. Slik TV channel 37. The CEO of Vivid Emporium, Khadija Kamara, get the Vivid Vault Art Exhibition where it happened this Friday. Yes, all the information there on the flyer, and it's free. So if you want to see wonderful art from across Africa, make sure you did it. The entertainment no go sweet, it no go sit down if we not enter inside the movie world. And right inside the movie world, we get love in every word. Uploaded 4 days ago on Omolio Boli TV, it'll get over 10 million views and counting. Imagine in just 4 days. Louis try for imagine the people that will anticipate the part 2 of this movie, because the part 1 will already come out where this slang where they go say, Achalugo, I'm going to marry you. You're going to be my wife. Odogu, please. Well, Odogu still continue to pursue this woman, and now it don't decide to say it want marry Chioma when we Achalugo 001. But before the movie gets in depth, in the beginning of the movie, we see Usai Chioma get a dream wherein the kingsmen of Odogu, when Obiora, the kingsmen of Odogu and Obiora, there not be one lady marriage take place because Achalugona an illegitimate child, we then call a bastard. He wake up from that day and try for talk to Obiora about the whole thing, but Obiora just brush him off and tell him say, no, it's just a dream. Okay, fine. Indeed, it was a dream, but this dream get for come to pass. Waiting Achalugo dream. Now something will go for happen in the near future. Stay tuned and stay connected for make you find out. So we can also remember in the part 1 where Obiora been just get fed up with how Chioma and Boss be behave with him in the office, especially when they call him in the middle of the night, you know, whether they get all cozy and cuddling. So it not being okay with that day. Now it don't decide for open a business for him. A perfume business where Achalugo be so happy about. And finally officially don't launch the business. But something they happened. In just 2 weeks of launching the business, Achalugo they get sold out perfumes. As much as they in stock, the perfumes that they get sold out. I know say most viewers they think say, oh, this na from Odogu. Na an ex called Asan. So Asan be there somewhere somehow, they purchase all them perfume there. Why? Because it won't get close to Achalugo and also come in a form of partnership. So it proposed a partnership in and a company where they all go together in Nigeria at the time. Proposed forget a partnership with Achalugo in company. Don't forget the part where I talk say the dream get for can to pass. So this now Odogu in Mama patient where we all know Mama G. Now in take that whole day as Odogu in Mama. And then now they try for convince them kingsmen they are still. They don't even know anything about Chioma. Why they for allow Chioma for married to Obiora? As in, you don't even know the lady, but it just deliberate on the point say they don't know in background, they don't know in family lineage, so they're not supposed to marry to in Pekin. On the other hand, Obiora and Chioma, they do them pre-wedding photo shoot already, not knowing what thing they happen behind the scenes. Of course, Obiora know because a mama don't make him clear to them, but Chioma they in the blank. You don't know what in the go on the other side. It's just everywhere for a married, focusing on the business and so on. So there was this day, Odogu come pick Chioma up in the office and come meet Hassan. Bombastic side eyes. Yes. So the way they look at each other, Odogu na a very demure man, in as much as he's a billionaire, you know how putting acts together. So you not say anything. Chioma introduced him as a husband and then Guna Os. So when then Guna Os, he was like, it's either 3 things, the way he looked at me. I quote him directly from Odogu. It's either he's your ex or he wants me to be your ex. Now Achalugo asked him, so what's the third thing? number one and number two join together. But then being able to get a conversation around that, and Odogu being a very understanding man with all the love we get for Choma, it was like, okay, then brush the whole thing off. But Hassan not stopping. The next day, it came with a brand new G-Wagon for Choma. Chai! It's Achalugo. But Choma refused. And Hassan was like, I do this because I promise you a G-Wagon will be in a relationship. So now you deserve him. But he refused. And tell him, say, what if you get a girlfriend or you get a woman where you don't propose to, and he ex buy him a G-Wagon? You ready for make he accept that day? So Achalugo get in Papa, of course, somewhere, somehow. The only unfortunate part now that in Papa be abandoned here in Mama during the pregnancy because in Papa be married. Now, Obiora don't go carry it in Papa for make them men things. They then come together as a family. But Achalugo not be happy about Sunday. But it's hard. Imagine you born picking, like you give belly, you don't know the kind of people they can born, and you just disappear out of their life. Now, because of our make them kings, when you're safe, and also Obiora and Mama, the Tawa say, no, this marriage is supposed to hold. Because they did not get a very good background. And when they check the family background, you Papa inside and get the strong holdings. So this movie also they teach parents them for always be there for them picking, no matter waiting. Be there for your kids and make sure so you not call them out badly because of your behavior. So right now the movie don't reach a point wherein everything they come out negatively. As Choma also don't find out say Obiora in family, in Mama to be precise, no one to make the marriage hold because of a Papa in history and how in Mama and Papa come together for Bonham. Then they can say, worthy of Obiora, being that Obiora get na chief, he get a chief title. So Choma not be okay with Zande, and not because they don't want her, but because in no say, if he decided for push through with the wedding, Obiora would choose him over in family, and no one for take Obiora away from his family. In his own defense, no one for be selfish or self-centered. So he break up with her. But there's one person with this break up here, Mona past Choma, when I'm party Efe.
Obiora! Odogu Diamond! Odogu Jim!
Ify, they just broke up. He didn't die. You didn't have to wear black and you really don't have to cry.
If you are begging me, Jerry, you know you don't tell me how to mourn now. You know you don't tell me how to cry.
It is so terrible, but I can understand because party and the way now then kind party and they imagine you get man where you diamonds and also shop for you party there. I mean, Odogu diamonds. Me party no go pass with then kind man then they no. When I go there, when I for continue the relationship because we have the benefits from the relationship. So during the breakup, it be rather unfortunate to say the partnership where Hassan Bekawit was fake and did not be everyone pulled through with him. So because Choma refused him and for other things were very obvious in the movie, then we decided for withdraw them partnership and take him to another person, which been so disheartening for Choma. But again, Obiora and Efe came together and decided, you know what thing, make we send Choma on a vacation and send you Mama there. But make it clear to you, Mama say, it'll go study Choma and know the kind of person we be. But they don't make Choma know because if you know go work with our plan there. So then we get from meet now this particular resort here and bond. So at the end of the day, all the perception where Obiora and Mama don't get about Choma all fade away and they get a fresh start and they agree to the wedding. Now it's time to party.
Thank your husband. Give him this.
Asawa, Okasanagama, Adada, Mataketi boy Adagada.
No one be like you, they no reach you.
If there is ever a pathway, we know say it could be wonderful because Omoni Oboli, not the carry last. But in the midst of all the enjoyment, not forget say November 8th, na Paradise City, the epic fiesta they happen. Make sure say you don't miss out because anything epic related is also epic and wonderful. Expect the best. For we get famous in the building and other important acts them as well. Bikini, grab your swimming suit, grab everything where you know say relaxing, and come Paradise City for just 100 leons, and the VIP at 200 leons. Then I all get from the entertainment corner. Me your name na Denne Jasia Tumoy, and this na Slik TV channel 37. Thank you for watching.
How me paddy me ex in paddy for go cry when me in paddy part like say na be if I know that there for me actually go dey cry like say. Anyways, thank you, Sia Deneja Tumai, for the entertainment. As it drop, it is hot. And moving from dropping and hotting now to the field of play, outside, some of the activities may be pleasant, some may not be so pleasant to you, yai, or you, yes. In the sports world now, Lloyd joined Mohamed Collier for the updates.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Sports Update on Slik Television, channel 37, with me, Mohamed Collier. Inside this edition of the Today Show Sports Update today, we go talk about the Say No to Drug campaign as Barry Help Foundation and Everett Sealers go to the Ahmadiyya School and give them football jerseys and football so that they go raise awareness into this dangerous thing we them call kush way they among students them na various schools them. They don't help them for make sure say them preach this particular message to them say drug no fine and violence no fine. Also, we go talk about the Premier League board as they don't release press release for the fixtures where tomorrow get for happen. Now the Sierra Leone Football Association Academy, they get forget a live draw of the fixtures for the 2025-2026 Premier League season. And also we dey talk about the international scene where Brian Bombo of Manchester United don't win the Player of the Week after we Harry Maguire be the winner. And this week again, na Manchester United player na winner. We go also talk about cricket as New Zealand don't beat England inside the OD series. They get more game reserve where they don't even play it after we they beat England. That don't push them for go to the semi-finals of this particular OD series. We go also talk about tennis as the world number one winner Carlos Alcaraz lost in first open yesterday inside the Paris Masters Open where they beat him by 4-6, 6-4 inside the opening match yesterday. We go can give you more of this after the short break. Welcome back from that short break. And this is the Today Show Sports Update on Slik Television, channel 37, with me, Mohamed Collier. Or you can follow me on with social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and even with website. Inside this edition today, we'll talk about the Say No to Drug, Say No to Violence, as we don't see Ivorian Sealers and Barry Help Foundation don't take upon themselves for make sure so they reach out to different schools where they try for preach about this menace in a drug. give them football jerseys, give them football and also other football related materials so that they go desensitize them to their football activities there. So now then schools we get for the take place. And to all know say school picking they can into violence. They preach about the non-violence that now the Barry Health Foundation and Ivory Asila say no to drug, say no to violence. Now we listen to one of the coaches we don't play the game and also they with this particular group we now coach Abu Sanko waiting a tell Slik TV after we then do the donation na the Ahmadiyya school yesterday.
Now this particular school and the entire schools in the country for them say no to drugs and no to violence. This is the vision they will come with, we should understand that and no pass the message accordingly. The message will come with a gift, that is football equipment to the Bobo Bari Health Foundation and Agoga Silas. Come with the gift and for make sure say what come with the gift and no say sporting equipment, automatically you go pay attention. When they pay attention, then they will listen well. When they listen well, they will go down well to them, so that it's easy for them in life. You tell the principal, they will tell them, let them know say yes, this particular is go carry it, and for them mission person, give them at the school and the entire country as a whole, for them to come up with no drugs, not being violence, because the worst to them alive. Before they do the donation, before they are going to last, and Bobo Bari and Foundation, before they send the message, I made them know say, it will be one time and people like this. 5 years back, I made them understand that, I made them know that. For say yes, look at me all day. How many years back? I'm still very strong, I'm very agile, they are movable. Because I say no to drugs, I say no to violence. So with that, you therefore understand that you stay yes. If you look at this, that is school yesterday, and look at this particular age, look at it, automatically we shall fall asleep. So this is why I make the day before this, make sure see school.
Then I waiting coach Abu Sanko tell we inside a particular interview the reason why then decide for Canada Ahmadiyya school for preach about this, say no to drugs, say no to violence. And we also talked to one of the teachers in the school within the sports committee, in the chairman for the Ahmadiyya sports committee in Amidu Friki, himself bigger for talk this.
Nobody know where they say no to good things where they commit you. More especially in the interest of saying no to drugs and saying no to violence. Just because the under 15 for schools they can start when CAF, SLFA and Ministry of Education they do. So this they go a long way for saying no to violence, and again they don't be care. Not just became no more alone, but the youths in general for refrain from drugs, more especially this kush, it's Camadol, and this new one they set up what they call zombie. So very, very good when the people here then think about this. Ivory Silas and Bobo Bari. Now two people they want to work with, whether they be friends. I mean, I know what they're capable of doing. More so when they do out of their own bigger resources. When they get no support from anybody, I really commend them. One for telling thank you for this initiative. What they do. They are the beginning working for benefits. I want to make them know say this donation what they can do. That a step in the right direction, because what you do, they can't the same way and just don't inform what they say and they launch the people for school project on Monday. So it can in the right time when they will make use of this property, when they go very, very happy for represent Ahmadiyya school with this say no to drugs and say no to violence. We will go a long way to propagate this mission for them to do.
Now for the Premier League, and yesterday we don't see the Premier League board through the secretary don't pull a press release who said that they inform clubs them and also journalists them say tomorrow they get a digital fixtures where they go do the draw live now the Israel Football Association the headquarters. Let's just read for one the first 3 paragraphs within this press release they about. The Lyon Premier League is delighted to announce that the official fixture draw for the much anticipated 2025-2026 Lyon Rock Premier League season will be held on Thursday, the 30th October 2025 at the SLFA Secretariat, King Tom, Freetown. That tell you say the league don't near and the board don't they gear up, they don't they set everything possible and necessary for the upcoming league we go start inside November very soon. Now tomorrow they go do the live digital draw for all the Premier League, 18 Premier League clubs them, so that you will know the teams them what you get for play until the season end. Now let me take some international sports updates. Inside the international scene, inside football, as Manchester United forward Brahim Mbeumo don't win Premier League Player of the Week. And this is a very good one for the Manchester United fans them, as last week Harry Maguire be winner. And this week again, you don't get another Manchester United player winner, Brahim Mbeumo, we win Player of the Week for the Premier League. Still inside with international sports updates now with cricket. As New Zealand don't trash England for wrap up the ODI series with game for Spear. New Zealand don't beat England by 5 wickets inside the second ODI Hamilton on Wednesday with the return of Jofra Archer. Will not be able to ignite the visitors them full total style of cricket. And yesterday, as soon as I don't get New Zealand trash England inside the ODI series. Congratulations to New Zealand for defeating England. And now for with tennis update. As world number 1, winner Carlos Alcaraz, then stunner inside the opening match at the Paris Masters on Tuesday as he go down to 31 ranked Britain Cameron Norrie 4-6, 6-3, 6-4 inside this particular Paris Masters Open. World number 1 and world number 31 now they play yesterday, as we see the world number 31 defeat world number 1 by 4-6, 6-3, 6-4 inside the Paris Open. Congratulations to world number 31. You see the kind of gap, the kind of margin. It still get 30 people there between them, but it still try for make sure say it make a mark and himself don't showcase in talent inside that particular competitions there inside the Paris Masters. What that now be the international scene and local for you inside the Today Show Sports Updates on Slik Television Channel 37 with me, Mohamed Collier.
Thank you, Mohamed Collier, for the sports updates. Shortly, we go, James Kamaramane go there with your headlines review, and you travel also there up next. Let me take health tips first. Inside this episode by Paulina Bindu Samba of We Health Tip, it tell me more or less about parenthood, well, quality parenthood, and how then they lay the foundation for healthy living or lifestyle. For more, here we go.
And welcome to Today Health Tips. Today, we can talk about something very powerful, parenting. Parenting not just for born pikin, and not just there but guide the normal or for protect or shape the next generation. The power with the inside parenting is big because how you raise pikin today go affect how it go live tomorrow. So this na some tips them how you can go about them in a healthy way. Tip 1. Parenting the build foundation. When you teach pikin good manners, respect, and how for love God, you dey build strong foundation for in future. The thing where pikin learn where is small, na im go carry go na society. Tip 2. Good parenting dey reduce stress for tomorrow. When you invest time and love inside pikin in now, you go save yourself from boku wahala. When you raise pikin well, then go make smart choice and bring pride to the family. Tip 3. It go improve emotional health. When pikin grow under love and attention, it dey get confidence and peace of mind. E no go easy forget mama or papa wey go make him feel safe. That kind feeling dey na healing for life. Tip 4. Parenting dey teach patience and wisdom. As you dey raise pikin, you go learn for be calm, for listen and for guide with love. Na training wey dey build you safe as parents. So as parents, you sef dey grow along with the pikin. Tip 5, e go give you joy and purpose. You see, when you dey see your pikin dey grow, succeed and make good choice, na one of the biggest blessings life gets. Na the kind happiness wey money sef no go able for buy. So remember say, parenting na power. Na the ask for build life with love, guide with wisdom and leave legacy with patience. So take care of your pikin dem today, because the nation tomorrow depend on them.
Thank you, Paulina, for the advice. Quality parenting matters a lot. Not only they help the pikin, you the parents, you have to go cold. You have to go more, the more, the get yourself, the cool, the moist. Yeah. Anyway, James will read some of the stories shortly in the headline review after the travel where we bring to you now. And this now for guide you smooth and safe travel for Thursday. So if you travel out or into the country tomorrow, you need this. Starting at 5 a.m., Askai Airlines flight KP023 will left Banjul, the Gambia, stopping at Freetown International Airport at 5 after 8 in the morning, Accra, Ghana, and finally reach Lome, Togo, 8:45 in the morning. At 8:30 in the morning, Askai Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Banjul, the Gambia. You head to Freetown International Airport. You reach 10 after 9 in the morning before you continue for Lome, Togo. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Askai Airlines flight KP022 go left Lome, Togo. It makes stops in Accra, Ghana, and Freetown International Airport. It reach Banjul, the Gambia, 4:45 in the afternoon. For overnight travelers, or you will go pick up or drop off a passenger, Annette, Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 go left 9:30 Nanette from Istanbul with a stop na Ouagadougou, but that na Burkina Faso. It go reach Freetown International Airport 10 after 1 in the morning, and this go return go Istanbul 10 after 2 in the morning. Also at 11:30 Nanette, Royal Air Morocco flight AT569 go left Casablanca, Morocco, and stop in Monrovia, Liberia, and reach Freetown International Airport 20 after 2 in the morning. Continue for go Casablanca, Morocco. 1 hour later, that's 20 after 3 in the morning. We travel update. Safe travel, safe journey.
Bon voyage. I call them?
Not bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
Not bon voyage.
It's not bon voyage.
It's a bon voyage instead of bon voyage. Would I change at the airport? Salon as English-speaking country.
Yeah.
Not a French-speaking country.
Not a French.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye, tata.
Bye-bye, tata. Not say bon voyage. Bon voyage in French.
French. And because we say you call and say you go for take color.
You have to take color. They don't say bon voyage.
Yes, yeah.
Instead of bon voyage.
You go talk another language. Maybe not Greek.
or British.
British, you want to talk, yes.
Right. James is here with the headlines for us today.
Yes, James. Good evening from good evening, and glad if we the gateway. So this year again, Gal Piquet don't do a back. You know, Becker results don't be announced. And they say this year, so the 2025 Becker results, they say over 90% pass rate when a Gal Piquet them pass. Say, but this year, we say show the highest number of absenteeism in the last 5 years. It means say, Pikin and they won't go sit at all. This year, they pass mark for the past 5 years. And this year, best results also, they announce by category. That's the minister say. Make we listen to the minister.
It with the best aggregate score is Mariama Yeli Bangura of Providence International SSS in Freetown. She obtained an aggregate score of 7. She was closely followed by Aminata BCC of St. Joseph's Secondary School in Makeni.
That's not the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, where be they give the official release of the 2025 Becker result. We say the total entry we then get now 130,135 picking them from 1,900 schools them all over the country. The minister continues say WAEC released 129,226 results them, whereas then sees results for 20 schools them as a result of the school them failure for provide the continuous assessment score when a key requirement for process final result. The same way so talk say a total of 5,550 candidates then absent during the exam. One of the major highlights of the result now that 10 out of the 16 top candidates them na woman them, and this time around the school ranking come under performance category. Category A, where starts from 1 to 25, na Camboy Libanese Secondary School na Kenema na in top. For category B, 26 to 60, na Chesterton Academy na Waterloo na in lead. For category C, 61 to 150, na the Christian Reformed Church JSS School na Kabbalah. Category D, when a 151 to 300 na St. Joseph Secondary School na Makeni. Category E, when a 301 to 500 na Experimental Secondary School na Kono. And category F, where they above 500 at the Methodist Boys School na Bo, we top the list. A same way stories concern about the increased number of our people they absent this year. Interestingly, the minister said the subject to the best performance na Limba language where record the highest average score. The minister say for the kind of way where they get increased number in absentees this year, na 10 for me them tie them oja for work with school them for ensure say this not happen again. For Slik Television, Rabia Tumansaye.
Thank you and congratulations to the top students we come out from the Providence and International School. We name now Mariama Yeli Bangura from the Providence International School. Now you come first. So on the screen you see the young lady. We don't at least don't begin for making name na the educational kidda now, you know. But what's normal we talk about now the absentees them actually for the past 5 years this is the highest. So the one that now it really they lead to
and also
them for be absent from
a number of absentees also reflects largely also that they just recently released WASC result.
Yeah.
So you get a huge number of people picking away absence and they forgot to take the exam.
Indeed, yes, indeed.
Well, maybe the push.
Maybe the push to stop them.
To the existing problems we believe before.
And the problem is the gap picking and the beats with the boy picking now.
Yeah.
And then it seems like why it's happening with the boy picking really they do.
Because the boy picking don't take to push.
But gap picking something they take.
Don't take to push. The level of the number of boy picking that they take to drug abuse. A far outweigh the number of
girl picking.
First of all, man population is scarce.
And they don't go take push. They not even do better to separate education.
All over the world, man population is scarce.
Indeed.
There are limited number of man there as compared to women them across the world. And then forget serious and responsible man these days. It's very difficult.
People like you know, very serious and
so now you have to tell yourself for even get married also.
Yeah. So
forget serious and responsible man for married. You get on trouble as well. Anyways, congratulations to all the people that were passed.
To you, Mariama Yeli Bangura.
And especially to Mariama Yeli Bangura for top this year's Becker. That's an incredible feat.
Indeed, that's an incredible one with 7 E's, and to that of McKinney and other ones, so we get 8 E's.
And
congratulations.
Also, Camboy School, in fact, overall passes by WASC that they come for us.
And they come for us.
And Becker as well, overall passes. They're top. So it's a school with some level of exception.
Exception, they get some panache, an Englishman can say, when it comes to education.
And,
so
the tenacity.
And tenacity. So it means maybe you get a girl picking or a boy picking, you go find for make you see whether you can find a way to Kenema and see how yourself can top the next exam. But anyway, to boy brothers them, we know they do well at the exams, the public exams. It's a time now for make you try your job, at least for the next examination when they come. See how you can work very hard. Let the gap pick and left for the beat way too much. They are big. Yeah. So take another one. We go to the head of program now, the Sierra Leone Network on the Rights for Food. talk about how they don't help Salone farmers across the district them and provided them with equipment, seeds, and support for provide more food for the country. Inside the interview, and they talk about what the organization don't stand for and how they support local farmers. Let's go listen.
We work mostly they push for policy change and policy shift for support the poor rural farmers them for able for produce. So how we done the work over the years? One of the major work now for do advocacy on responsible land governance, because we know say most of the food that they produce are upland and they need land for do that. And if farmers do not get access to land, they enable them for able for produce the food where we need for it, especially in the big cities like Freetown or Makeni or other areas in the country. So one thing we've been doing now for work with other organizations and civil society organizations and also international for push government for bringing about laws then where they protect rural people, farmers, and especially women them. Because one key challenge over they get now that big companies that they come from outside of Sierra Leone, they take land away now the same land where we rural farmers that they use, and thereby putting them into a disadvantaged position where they're able to get access to the fertile land that they need for doing farming. So for over 10 years, we push for we get a law in a salon where they protect land right and woman right. We have the Customary Land Right Act 2022 and the National Land Commissions Act. We now don't give power to landowners, and what we do as an organization to ensure that we're able to support government in the implementation of this act by empowering communities first and foremost for understand the act and for know the provisions and where they and how then we're able for use then laws then they for shape them lives at community level. But also in doing this, we also feel like why would they push for policy change? We also need for support communities, because if communities didn't get the land, then what? They have to use it. So they support communities and through a livelihood program where we are in with the work with World Hunger Hilfe and the German government to provide support to communities then where basically affected by large scale investment. And this support can come in the form of one for provide seeds to farmers and also support them with land preparation and also build then capacity in different aspects in terms of agribusiness and also in value addition, then for linking them up with markets. So for the past 4 or 5 years, for the past 5 years, we don't integrate livelihood into the advocacy program because we feel like advocacy alone no go address the problems and where we get for do with food security. One thing where we found out that farming is quite expensive. Agriculture is not cheap, it's very, very expensive. And unless you are really doing it for business, it's difficult for you able to invest in them. And access to finance for smallholder farmers are also a very key challenge because collateral, farmers normally get collateral, for say, okay, me a farmer, they make farm, I want loan from the bank, I get this kind of collateral for give because they not get that kind of facilities and where they go able for access loans for get that kind farming where they go for do. So what we don't they do now for encourage them for form themselves into groups, like the farmer-based organization, then also group them into the cooperatives because as cooperatives, they're able for come together and access support and loan, then the members then will benefit from them. But individually, it can be really, really difficult for access support.
The Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Trade and Industry don't do a press release for say or invite the public or tell the public about the next activities we then get forget And in the press release dated the 28th of October 2025, it says Sierra Leone to host first national manufacturers roundtable and made in Sierra Leone exhibition. This is a big one. So made in Sierra Leone. So we go for cans begin waiting with the crates.
It's on right now. I see videos of the president and first lady making appearance, arriving at the scene today. Now, Freetown International Conference Center, who we can call Bintumani.
Bintumani, yeah.
Yes, I see the president and first lady when they reach at the scene day. Earlier today in the exhibition. So it's an exercise where they on, and according to the estimates, it will end tomorrow.
It will end tomorrow, yeah. But I think say this another one again. We also they already don't schedule them also for the 29th. That one starts today for another organization, and this one also they start on Tuesday, the 29th, I think October. So it's going on. So this is what they are saying.
Yes, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Yes,
29th. 30th. Okay. So that's it. So it's on. So if we go watch now, I've been to money and see which they get with we they make now in Saudi when I made in Sierra Leone. We don't need to get imported stuff them. So one for the CWT we they make now. So this is a notice.
I feel they even make a mistake in the. Forgive me for make certain corrections, and say schedule for Tuesday 29th.
No. It should
Today,
be Wednesday
the 29th.
Yeah,
tomorrow, Thursday, the 30th of October.
So that's the correction.
Yes.
So that's the catch.
Hasty publication. This is a well thought of activity, but hasty publication where they not take time for proofread and correct the income. Because today is 29th. I set my calendar here, so today is the 29th, when on Wednesday. So tomorrow, Thursday, will be the 30th.
So you still get time for good. You can go.
So you can go witness them.
You go witness them tomorrow and see what we don't make, and what we make, and what we export.
And the potentials we get.
Yes, and the potentials we get. So it's a good one. So being a come to a notice, me gonna see say this program they go on at the Bintumani Conference Center. We salon the exhibit and other countries as well. The manufacturers they will get. So waiting in the manufacturer and salon.
Can you go meet contact self? Maybe you go strike a deal with the producers on how you go to get. If you're not a business person, you want for the sell either retail or wholesale. You go, you spend small money, or you go there with the intention for go strike business partnership, for they do business with some of the local producers or manufacturers. A big deal. If you go there for go look some of the items, go there. Sometimes you will see something where you marvel. You just grab one, take along.
You count them. So that's it. So that's the information. So still continue for giving and waiting. We get so inside the two of the Civic Day series now to call the district, the legal one of the National Fire Force being talked about the thing that we don't put in place for prevent fire incidents now the district. I'm not a camera be there and be there the presentation and send the report.
Fatmata Kamara Esquire of the Sierra Leone National Fire Force admonish people where they live in Tonkolili district about waiting they cause fire and how them for prevent them.
When they cable and they when them become weak, they're not able to withstand the current where they go to them, so it will cause fire. Not allow boku arata then you host. If them bet cable and they expose, then come in contact and go cause fire. Not overload your extension. So man go get one extension. You put all your appliances and they freezer, computer, fan, all thing they. Why overload that accumulate more heat and go cause fire. So that some of the things that this way can cause electrical fire working accuse ETSA wrongly. So now go back now, you also watch the status of electrical appliance system, put them in order and be at the safer side, please.
It continue for talk say they don't start recruitment for bring more people in the fire service and that discrimination against amputees them or people with disabilities. Now one thing where then they frown at.
We not get discrimination. We're very much friendly to all set of people. This we ongoing recruitment. We get physically challenged people where they on board and we sure say they get for succeed. So all I go tell them whenever you hear about recruitment, make it just apply. Like for Yana, that we McKinney station normally we can send applications to. So make it just apply. We go to your application and if you merit time, then of course we go take her. We bring everybody on board. We not get any discrimination or bias.
As it be they close, he advised the people of Maboka and Tonkolili district for take fire business seriously as nothing where they cause damage.
Make we take fire business very, very serious. Because fire is a very good servant but a bad master. They destroy lives and properties within seconds. So even as we popularize this new bill, we always ensure so we take the preventive approach, because it's more cheaper and safer for prevent fire than when it don't happen for make you hot. So please stay safe.
This still continue. Ibrahim Sati Kamara, Director of Communications and Community Affairs in the National Minerals Agency, NMA, also give updates inside the Civic Day series now about waiting in mining sector they contribute to the country and the economy. Make you listen.
We don't know say mining at the breadbasket of this country. 80% of we export earning, 70 to 80%, where them put together all waiting the government earn from export, waiting salon get from the things the way they export. 70 to 80% of them now what do they get from the mineral step? Now they constitute that one day. Now let's just give us some figures then. For 2024, we done so. From January to December, we export a total of $1.12 billion mineral stem out of this country. That one day, as I say, now almost 80% of the export, the money we get from exports, $1.12 billion that we export as minerals products from the country. Now waiting, that one they mean for the country. Now we get two ways how they collect revenue from the sector. We get what to call the non-tax revenue. That one day, now the NMA, now the responsible for that one day. Then we get what to call the tax revenue and royalty way. Now the NRA they collect that one day. So if we go speak for the one they normally come out from the non-tax revenue, the total non-tax revenue where we get, where government get, now 49.4 million United States dollars now come to government as non-tax revenue. That one day now an increase, as I say, the sector now we they see increase over the years. In 2023, government been get $31.9 million in non-tax revenue. In 2024, we get $49.4 million, where now a huge increase. The license fee, that one day we double them from 2023 figures. In 2023, government been collect $10.9 million per license fee. And they talk about the transformation, the way the minister, where they in place should go. One of the things the way he do now for increase the license fee by 100%. Companies them they pay $500,000 for license for year. A time say no, that one day too small. For them government able to get more for double them. And we see the impact almost immediately. In 2024, we collect $21.4 million as license fee.
Still inside the Civic Day series now, one of the communication man, the Minister of Information and Communication, when JCC urge community members them now Tonkolili district for come together for help for fet kush and also call on people them for help them identify people that way they sell the kush them now the community. As he say, not one man fet this, now all man fet. Make you listen.
You come out down, then people are going to take a crowd waiting. These things are happening in our communities, and we know it. We know it. Inside that community they will live. Now then people then when they sell anything there, when they see young people they go sit down at some place then they we sabi that they see there. What do they do? Their testimony they will be longer the last time from young people the way we going to these their victims. Now two way more defend the way to them thing and they. And I talk this now for una and parents because this everybody get all for play. Number one, now peer pressure. Them pick here on a so some of them way bad, then they do all their confidence to them thing and they. That's the first one. The second one, who said they go sit down? We not get for pay attention to them two thing and they. Because when they go sit down, so say they go keep company under. Now that very place they go sit down and push the danger but not like a jamba. or other thing, the way you say it will take over a period of time before you affect. Push the very first day. This I got other experience here. They are letting it way small, I think. Yeah, this is very important, sir. We get all this from testimonies. The moment a person take them, it offers inside. So una parents them, una ensure say una know who say una pikin they go. Una look the kind party where they keep. Then in the communities, people are on suspect say they don't here. The security forces, the most important thing they do now for cost is supply chain. If the thing not available, nobody know they buy. And for that happen, is where we all learn so we contribution. So magic, the security forces not get magic for the all side. For no they happy all side. No. Now we they give the information. Then community they then bad people there. If we want for stop push, then we promptly inform the security forces. Call 117. Straight away suspect something. They go because 117 is general line. Any trigger for do with any them pillar then they go send us. So like if you expose people they do call 117, they go channel that information to the law enforcement pillar. We go make them can raid and arrest.
So we get information that you know that sometimes back we get information from the Dutch government that they want one drug Lord Pin will make for understand CD in a salon when I just like decas. Information don't come out from the minister NSSF. We will bring a camp to una. And also we will remember also the former ambassador we made in Guinea, we made represent Ceylon Guinea, Honorable Almami Bangura, we they may say actually them friend Kushna in the driver motocar and also they want for place time in Toga and say well perhaps instead get answer in Toga. The government may call them back for Kamna Salon and they may say they do investigation. And now, according to what the minister can tell me, it seems like the Guinean government don't do the investigation. And at least they found out. Make of the scene.
The ambassador to Guinea, the former ambassador to Guinea be involved, well, the government of Salombi immediately summoned him for come back. I'm glad the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Minister there. If I will get some of the facts straight, the ambassador was not accused of a crime. A vehicle, utility vehicle, will belong to the embassy in Guinea. Guinean authorities then being arrest the vehicle and then say they confiscate drugs. They may arrest 2 individuals who at the time been inside the vehicle. Because of the nature of what may happen in Brazil in consideration for the image of the country, it take one immediate step. He summoned both the head of Chancery and the ambassador immediately for Kaya for help with we own side of the investigation. While Guinea, when the actual crime evidence been gone, they conduct their own investigation. I'll tell you now, say today, I'm glad because I've been here for follow-up. I talked to the Inspector General of Police. We don't tell me now 2 important updates I need for share. 1, Guinean authorities then been conclude their own investigation and then be immediately tried into people who been inside a motorcar. Then people they go through the court system within Guinea. So Guinea be actually conclude say yes, criminal activity be involved in that motorcar and the 2 occupants of the cars were charged. Guinea authorities not been get any reason for charge the ambassador. The ambassador obviously they also enjoy diplomatic immunity in Ghana alone, and the information we Guinea authorities share with we not lead to any reason for let His Excellency or the government of Ceylon seek for pursue criminal charges against the ambassador. Instead, the president used in prerogative, and as soon as I know, he relieved the ambassador of his position. Say, just because doing in term where they lead in Guinea, then they happen to a utility vehicle, the president took a decisive action and named another person for being with diplomatic representative now we country, now we sister country in Guinea. So as far as we concerned on that particular issue, the crime-related issue is being handled by the Guinea authorities. Then don't make any determination and don't try the people who didn't see responsible. Then people who don't hold any significant or whatever diplomatic position within governments of Sierra Leone. And then people in they face the law na Guinea for waiting happen na Guinea. We don't make changes, we don't relieve the ambassador because now we've been dating and this thing happen. And then as far as that matter is concerned, now the outcome that day of the investigation. I hope that they don't put that issue there and make it clear. Yeah. There was a second question around extradition request. I make clear on the radio. Extradition requests, they follow the laws of the country. We get a very specific law where they deal with that. In the case of where we not get an extradition agreement with the country, the extradition law that's alone. Now in the law will they follow. That means say, I've been telling us first the Dutch government may choose social media. Then later they follow the process and submit the documentation. When they don't submit that documentation, in nowadays in the custody of the learned Attorney General and Minister of Justice. The learned Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they in serious conversations with different international partners, including the Dutch authorities. Many conversations and meetings are happening. And once the AG don't get all that information, and they make a determination on the steps we're consistent with the laws of the country. And I will show and say very soon, the Attorney General will get an announcement for making that regard. But then they will be consistent with the laws of the country, what we don't explain before. In terms of extradition and Sierra Leone, they follow the law. When I law abiding country, we just say we're proud of a record on law. They follow the laws of the country on how somebody, because just always say somebody don't commit crime in the country, we can't boom and take and can go. Then they go violate that person their own rights as well. It will follow the law through the court system. And that process the AG they look into it seriously. Yeah? So I want for just to make clear. The final issue I not mention are this idea of the diplomatic passports. The Immigration Department and we being issue a release will be shared. Indeed, we in Salone, the nationality of the individual, not to Sierra Leone. Now that make the country where they return and to not to here. Now Turkey. But news reports claim say the person gets Salone diplomatic passport and they affect we and we care about our reputation. And so immediately, His Excellency don't direct two things. One, a thorough investigation into how this particular individual gets Salone diplomatic passports. Whose document and this person will submit? Would I check the document then? What the process we will go through and whether we meet all we process them. And two, for check the overall process by which Sierra Leone diplomatic assets, diplomatic passports have been issued and used for prevent misuse. But I make clear now, Liberty the other day. Even if Ministry of Foreign Affairs go through all the rigorous process, it don't mean say Motaman they not go be criminals. Elect them candidates, then do you, will take you, will vet you, you pass all the exam, will make you now the best, you pass all things. Will give you diplomatic passport. If possible, say they will give you somebody to go offer you some money, corrupt you. So that not mean say, oh, the person have been criminal or that we know say have been criminal. So important because sometimes people when they mention this, all countries in the world get criminals. Sierra Leoneans will be criminals. That's a fact. We will have people that we get with passports where they commit crime here and around the world. The question are what they do. For events, for make sure say the loophole is not so easy that they go pass through, and what they do for deal with the issue that they.
So it means that the minister, no, not the minister, the former ambassador, Honorable Malmi Bangura, we made in Guinea as ambassador for Salone. When I represent Salone, or represent the government of Salone at Guinea, where they be found, say, the utility vehicle may get drugs when I drive, may the driver, you know, say the government may call them and give him a launch an investigation. As well, Salome stocks it themselves could launch an investigation. And Guinea, now according to the minister, say Guinea don't conclude the investigation and they don't find out, say, the former ambassador to Guinea, they don't find out one thing of no any criminal offense we commit in Guinea. But now the question is, is Sierra Leone still conducting an investigation? Are they going to come out with an investigation report?
We also the young country also they investigate. Investigation in a 10x follow. I would see several times alleged police brutality and other things.
Yeah.
Say then they do investigation. The investigation reports, you know, they hardly come out.
No, yeah.
I'm not talking about issues we get for with drugs and all like involving an ambassador, a whole diplomatic head.
Person,
So in the beginning, wonder when this report they come on, where government will say, "Who they conduct your investigation,
conduct your internal
or
investigation,
we are being reliant on the
but
investigation."
You know, the minister make one point say because of what they do, because of the generosity of the president, I make them do form they just do and so for me, I feel say there could be no investigation because I think they already decide say since they don't do we don't come back home, he's not going to get another position. I think perhaps to me, that's what I made to understand that.
Say that the justice done the way for me. Well, the other justice, Pantap, that justice day. Remember, imagine the person where they use for replace him. For the Yumkela, when are the elder brother of Dr. Kande Yumkela, and you know the party politics where the former ambassador, Alimami Bangura, and Dr. Kande Yumkela don't they pound that feds in a Cambia district. So you see the one part the punishments for me where they get now for replace them with somebody where the family get some serious political tussle with. Now the same district for the chairmanship, no, for the leadership of the SLPP in a Cambia district. So now one part them family member they use for replacement. So now another added punishment. So even if the government no take any action against Honorable the Ambassador Almami Bangura again, that one day alone for sufficient.
So now the government punishment
well, passively.
Passively. Well, the minister again to go before again for talk say just like that kind of issue. The government of Salon under the leadership of the Attorney General Minister of Justice, they into serious conversation with international communities as well as the Dutch government for see how they can look at the Salon law when it comes to extradition. That means a possibly can this country where they want another country for pull and come from Salon come out of the country.
I mean police be initially say first not to your sliding cast. The investigation they do the possible then gets na then data na Umar Sharif. So how come now would they say government they in serious conversation for extradite for send your sliding cast go back. So now your sliding cast now actually na the possible way then be they talk where the police be they talk say na Umar Sharif.
We'll go for ask question about that. Anyway, we got a lot of questions for us.
So much questions.
So could there be a possibility because the minister not come out directly for say he will be extradited? It's just say the Attorney General will likely come out with a positive result. Could there be a yes for him to be extradited? Don't forget, he's the son-in-law of.
Allegedly the son-in-law of the president. But you know the danger. You know the danger, Mane. The entire quagmire around this one person. You know, we governments successively, past and present, especially the Julius Maada Bio administration. Imagine it don't open new embassies across the world. So it pride itself around building more bilateral relationships and open new corridors. And now we country more or less or we government don't seem for protect one person in interest against a whole nation where Salon stand the chance for benefit a whole lot of opportunities from.
We have many Sierra Leoneans in fact in that country.
Yes. So we are protecting more or less allegedly so far again, protecting one person in interest against the entire nation in opportunity and the potential bilateral relationship between Salon and Holland, the Netherlands. So this is the kind of play where they happen. But let's wait and see what things will happen and say the end justify the means.
Indeed. And they talk about another one again. You know, we dissect this in this video we get. They talk about the diplomatic passport where people like allegedly they shape like a patch granite So he talk about, say, the investigators, so how the salon diplomatic passports for on the hands of this other policy we happen for be that the brother-in-law of Just Dekas, where them in Kitchener, Dubai, and where them in go back now Turkey. So he say the president order an immediate investigation into the activities and which will lead to that perhaps that may look at the document we present for get the diplomatic passport. You know, diplomatic passport don't come under a lot of queries, a lot of issues where Salon people it's frowned at, and so it's another serious thing we talk about when it comes to diplomatic passports.
Okay. Salon problem, we can discuss it as long as possible, as far as we can go, but thank you very much.
Look, we take another last one. You know, say Salon, we always decline the letter when it comes to the rule of law. And so another reports don't come out when we get to deal with the rule of law. They say Sayalodo score 0.44 in the 2024 World Justice Project Rule of Law report. We placed Salon 109 out of 143 countries, where they slightly improve compared to last year report where they make. They say experts then say for we for reach that level, they for make for get a very strong, reach this very strong standard of rule of law. They say we need for improve on regulatory enforcement of the rule of law, civil justice, and also government transparency, so that we will for reach that standard when it comes to the rule of law. Make us just listen to the reports.
According to the 2025 Rule of Law Index by the World Justice Project, Salon scores 0.44, where rank 109 out of 143 countries. Last year, it ranked 110, which show a slight position of improvement. The Rule of Law Index to measure how well countries they enforce law fairly, uphold human rights, maintain accountable governance, and ensure access to justice. They look at 8 factors then we get for deal with constraint on government power, absence of corruption, open government, fundamental rights, order and security, regulatory enforcement, civil justice, and criminal justice. Meanwhile, the 2024 MCC scorecard showed a decline with the country rule of law score, where it dropped from 65% inside 2023 to 62% inside 2024. We then 2 reports here so where they relate how country in rule of law they work. Experts they want say without urgent reform, public trust na the institution they are so will continue for fade. Now the big question they asked that Salon go still restore in credibility that the rule of law before citizens they lost faith pata one inside the system. For Slik Television, Roberto Mansaye.
That's the rule of law, that's the report, but we'll go for deliberate on some of the things that the experts they don't bring out. We think we'll able to reach the standard of, we'll reach more standard when it comes to the rule of law. You know, you remember, we get so many issues when it comes to the justice system. You know, we have so many issues when it comes to, well, a sitting judge was suspended. We got so many other issues and people are not trust the justice system.
And then decision made against him, a whole sitting judge. So that they should say, in fact, Salon actually, the rule of law they work to some extent.
Yeah, indeed.
To some extent.
We'll go for dissect them and see everything. We'll bring out in this one and see how Salon will continue to improve and so that we'll score more higher points next year in next year report. Well, now this I get for you now the headline review for today. This is the midweek edition of the headline review for today, and moving I come to you, my name now James Kamamane.
Thank you, James, and now so we end the show today and return tomorrow with fresh edition. Thursday will also be as lively as today and as always as the previous other days. Thank you to, we guessed them in the show earlier. Thank you to the production team for putting the show together. And thank you to you. We always take time for follow we on we channel 37 and we Facebook page, we YouTube channel, and then we website or TikTok as well. Until we meet tomorrow Thursday, it will be the 30th of October. Stay out of trouble, stay out of drugs, be safe. Patrick Salia here, say good evening.
Yo, my Fritonian people, guess what time it is? This is the time for grab your swimsuit, bro, jean and tank top, because a big